We've got a new team joining us, Moon Destruction Enthusiasts, their first game of the day, coming in against Guaranteed Winners. In the booth with me for this game, I've got Fuller and Monster Tool once again. Welcome, guys. I hope you're here now. I know I was a little late, but we are just actually starting the game right away. So let's
get after it.
Welcome back, everyone, from intermission. We see the Smolder banned away from Monty to right off the rip, a high-scaling, high-damage, high-output champion, and everyone knows that Monty is just a farming machine. So getting Smolder out of there is a great heads-up play from Guaranteed Winners. Cassante banned away from Subsonic, just fucking scary.
Very good champion. So much utility.
Kog'Maw banned away from, I would assume, Guy Confetti. A lot of mastery, a lot of playing on that. Good ban. Sona banned away from them as well, kind of helping out, not helping Monty. We have Acel banned away from Jet, so he can't scale, can't rely.
Don't
back
want
on
that guy
scaling.
scaling. Now, how do you feel about only one target ban on Monty? He's a player that usually gets 2 to 4 bans per ban phase. Very scary on many AD carries, but he's got a deep champ pool.
His champ ocean is scary, but I feel like they first pick Kaisa here and it's over.
I agree. I don't know. I'm curious to see what they're cooking up. I don't see Morgana being contested for a first pick. I'm thinking there's some picks between both teams that they would probably want to contest, but I'm very curious what kind of comps they're drafting up. The best of ones, kind of tricky. You want to make sure you're locking in a good comp. A lot on the line here.
Also, to note that the Gwen is banned away from Subsonic topside as well, kind of limiting his split push potential, but he does have a Renekton, a Jace, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Coming out for Bo Gumphrey in the bot side, a little bit of safety, a little bit of utility to help with that Monty. And Monty just rips out the Zaya here, which is surprising to me. But I also like it. It's a good safe pick, high damage output. I enjoyed the Zaya pick. I think it's smart. Don't take the Kaisa bait because you're, that 1.5 second of invulnerability when Zaya's ulting is.
He holds it very well. Gabe plays around his flashes and his Zaya ults extremely well. I'm liking them picking that first round. I think you got to pick Gabe's champs in the first round, otherwise you're just not going to get them.
Mm-hmm. We see the Caitlyn coming out. We know that Mike Willman has some proficiency on Caitlyn. We saw him in his first game today. Good farming, good placement. I'm going to throw out something spicy here. I think this Morgana's in the jungle.
Whoa. Ooh, I love the Akshan pick. I will say, I think Caitlyn's an excellent pick. You also need to get ahead mid before that late game's kicking off, because if you're not a big chunk ahead of Zaya, that Zaya's gonna start ripping.
Yeah. Zaya at 3 items is way scarier than Akshan at 2.5.
Yeah.
I believe the Akshan has the angle of getting the reses off, which helps with tempo of the game. And we see the Zac come out for Metsicano. Great engage, great utilization, good peel, fast clears. You meet a lot of places at a lot of times. That's just a great standard pickup. And I think Zac's going to be contested throughout the entire tournament.
Let's just say the doctor's in.
Yeah, the doctor is in. He's going from saving lives to taking them on the Rift.
Uh-oh.
For the people who didn't play against or know Metsicano is a doctor, and he had to work this morning with patients and then came back here to work on the Rift too. Tom Kench banned away from Subsonic, one of his profound, champions in the top side of the map. Trundle banned away from Brigglestart on the top side, really limiting that 1v1 potential. I think they want to put Subsonic on an island here. He's got something spicy feeling. Picked in this top side.
Ooh, the
Poppy Mandalay, another great character from Subsonic.
I don't want to see John doing anything. Is that John catching 4 out of 5 bans?
That's John catching 80% of the bans from the side of
Math checks
MDE.
out. And the Galio.
Galio just a great team fight utilization and a comfort pick for Guy Confetti. I think they want to give topside here the counter pick for MDE. Try and help Friggle start go through. The Gnar is open for Friggle.
Ooh.
We know his Gnar is pretty potent.
Orianna Zac, extremely scary. Orianna Zac, Nami, lots of engage, lots of disengage. I think we're gonna have to have something on the side here to be picking up something that's going to be engaging, and also maybe some tankiness. Right now, it's looking like they're going to get wiped in team fights. They don't get some front line.
and they need some thickness on their team. That's for sure. The Ari in the mid lane.
I like the Ari
I
pick.
think that's an Akshan topside, I do believe.
It's looking like it. Pretty spicy pick there. I don't think I've seen anyone on that team play Akshan. Oh, except for John. What am I thinking? Hello?
You're not. You
Who's
use your
home?
brain on the Rift, and now
Not
you're
me.
here.
I'm cooked. Let's see what we're getting in for Gin and Juice here. And then Moo. Now that's exactly what we were looking for to clean up this team comp, make it very, very proficient. I think a Moo Morg setup will be disgusting with Ari jumping in and Akshan getting those resets if everyone gets picked. It's going to be crazy. But the Ornn.
Ornn topside. I do believe that's going to come through. I would like to see Nard to have a little bit of fight against this Akshan because Ornn just sacks the entire wave. But Ornn's a good team fight character. It looks like they're playing for their team fight, which I like to see from them. They do have great coordination, and I've seen them with their ultimates and all that stuff have some disgusting team fight. And it looks like on the side of guaranteed winners that they're going to be playing more for pick comp with the Morgana and the Amumu, and then let Akshan try and hard carry out of the top side of the map.
I like it. I also think Invis hard to play around. I think there's a lot of contested vision right now, so I don't think your pink ward's gonna be lasting as long as you're hoping them to. So if you're not ready for John to get in there, he might just sneak up on you and get a bunch of kills.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Akshan builds in the top side. If he builds Bork, that's going to help him in the 1v1, 2v2 scenario, but he's not going to be able to really burst down these low health pool carries. And we know Orange is going to scale up, and Zach's just going to scale up and be incredibly tanky against their team, which...
That team's looking like a time bomb.
Mm-hmm. I think we get to 3 items on Xayah and 3 items on Orianna, and you're not looking too great for this side of guaranteed winners. But I will say that the guaranteed winners side has a lot more pick potential. Nami is extremely squishy. We have Morgana binding, we have Ari charm, we have Amumu throwing out his bandage toss, we have Akshan just being invisible and being a little scary little guy. There's a lot of outplay potential on the side of guaranteed winners, which we know they're mechanically pretty inclined.
Absolutely.
So I like, personally, MDE's team comp. It seems a lot more easy to execute, and you have a lot of ins and outs. If, let's say, if you miss the Zach jump or you miss your Orianna, you got another thing coming. You got Zach ulti. You've got Ornn over the top, the Ornn horn, if you will. You got Nami wave. It's just... I feel like the team of MDE has a lot of answers for anything guaranteed winners wants to do.
Absolutely. I think there's a reason we've seen so many Zach bans. Very proficient, extremely strong right now with the items. He can go full tank. If he gets ahead, like we saw Suchin earlier, if you get a Leandries on that Zach, you're not killing him, and he's killing you, and he's healing all of his life back.
Well, his W does.
We could see some Zach leaning.
He doesn't. His W does % max health damage base. You throw a little bit of burn on top of that, sprinkle in some CC, and he's doing way more than you think he's going to be doing. And you can't do anything about it besides pretty much die.
Absolutely.
And another thing to note is that the side of MDE doesn't really have that much mobility, which matches up with the side of guaranteed winners. Ari's got the mobility, and so does Akshan a little bit, but everything else is dependent on them coming to each other and meeting head on. And I think that if they fight front to back, I don't see a world where guaranteed winner survives.
Now without a huge gold lead. Now, your guaranteed winners, you'd like to pull ahead in the mid game. Where are you going to find those? Is it on the grub sites, dragon fights, any lane in particular that seems gankable?
You're going to see it on top side of the map. I believe that MDE is going to have the upper hand in the bot lane with the Xayah Nami. There's a lot of safety there, a lot of pick potential. On the top side of the map, the Akshan is going to have the push until level about 7. We get the Flame Breath, or get either the Pillar or the Flame Breath on Ornn to help shove back waves. So you're going to have easy prio on that. The Amumu and Akshan, I think, win that 2v2 before they get pretty scaled up in items. I just think you're going to try to have to find it through the roams. The early Malignance on the Ari going and helping with Amumu around the top side objectives.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see this. I cannot imagine we're going to see any invades with these two team comps. I think invades be pretty powerful. We've seen some pretty isolated people in the 5-point defenses where you could send 5 to one spot. So we'll see what MDE's cooking up. We've seen everyone else play so far, so let's see if they bring someone new to the table.
Yeah, that was one thing I wanted to bring up too. This is MDE's first game. Do you guys, and they're going to be playing 3 in a row here just due to scheduling. Do you guys think that's an advantage to them, a disadvantage? Do you think that plays any part in this? Or are people just trying to focus on their game plan and try to ignore all that?
30 seconds until minions
I personally like the 3 games in a row. You keep cooking, you keep going on with it. It's really beneficial if you have the 3 games in a row where you win the first one. Vibes are high. Everything is going well. If you lose the first one, it's really tough on the mental.
Pressure's on.
But I think that if MDE plays what they want, go front to back, and don't try to fall into the bait of being split pushed the entire time, and let Monty scale up to 2, 3, 4 items, there's no way they're losing.
And another conservative point defense. We'll see if this top lane's scrapping. It all looks like Bert's paying that he got vision on John there. Bert's walking up. I do think there's a lot of outplay potential in this mid lane. Either way, if you get some cheeky kills, they're playing correctly and getting some nice poking. Lots of skill shots to dodge.
Jet is charming for sure, and I don't think he misses many of those either.
Let's just say that guy's max Cine, you know?
Yeah, I would max C if I was him as well. A little bit of poke back and forth. Orianna does not do that much damage early when it comes to her ball and her Ano, but it all adds up over time.
Ooh, and Jinju looking for that quick little cheeky Q. Force him back a bit. Looking like blue side might hit level 2 first down here. Gotta keep on
Yeah, more waves, which is okay.
Ooh, big trade here for Subsonic. He's going all the way in. Oh my god, is this a first blood? Not quite.
No, it will not be a first blood, but it'll be a lot of pressure, and Bert is going to have to just sit under his tower and just soak up waves. That's all he can do.
It's not a fun amount of damage to take level 1.
No. Mumu looking bot side.
Aggressive bot side gank. I think we might be able to see the Q go in here.
Oh, the Ignite advantage.
And that's first blood, folks. And almost
blood.
a pick on Ben. We saw Mumu go in, land a Q on Ben, I believe. And then Efan's trying to zone out and let his bot lane farm up. Bert's got a quick TP back. You know, that first blood feels bad, but if you get the TP back right away, you're not going to lose much experience. And ideally, you're going to be pretty close in the farm. So hopefully we'll see some comeback there from Bert.
I think
red wave here.
Huge red wave. Mike Woolman really stepping up and kind of getting the farm down. He's been performing this game. I think that that pool there really kind of helping out keep the lane state even.
Absolutely. Important to trim a bit. Make sure you're able to control the wave. Not too many minions, or you're just going to bounce off your tower incorrectly and do a slow push out.
And I do like the look on every single time. Try to look for some bindings. You know, throw it through traffic. Who gives a crap? But if you get that stuck down and then you can throw it on a trap from Caitlyn, you can get some serious damage done.
Like 2.5 seconds to CC guaranteed. I also, unlucky, not quite level 3. Does not look like he's got Black Shield. I think once he hits Black Shield, lots of output potential. And I think we need to see more Ghana back here.
We gotta see a 2v2 top side. Subsonic has the first go. And it looks like Mets is really kind of playing
they're
it well.
flashing for it. I think they can easily kill B-Fan here. I think Bert's got to get out. I think they can get bursted here if the Q's back up. Honestly, they can tank a couple tower shots if they split it right, but good pressure from MD, or from, yeah, MDE here. No. Guaranteed winners.
And guaranteed winners really kind of showing out and utilizing their early game prowess on their, you know, not allowing them to try to get tanky as fast as possible. Good pressure. We know that the top lane is going to be pushing in. We know that the top lane is going to have a little bit of a gold advantage, especially with that first blood and ignite pressure. So now you just see Akshan holding that wave at his tower. We see Akshan holding the wave at his tower. We see Caitlyn holding the wave at her tower. It's just really hard to play against. Guy Confetti soaking up a minion wave here, trying to collect some farm. Now CS numbers, obviously top side, they're a little bit skewed. He has a huge wave there. Guy Confetti going back for a recall and a TP back in. I'm assuming it's a little bit of AP. Good poke on the Jin and Juice, utilizing that a little too late. Oh, we're gonna have the pull up back here
Aggressive
soon.
flash in. Oh, excellent plays under tower still. That's gonna be a kill back to Carter. Oh, huge
Oh
trap.
my.
Not quite gonna do it. Good heal from Nami.
Wow.
A good swing. Unlucky. Getting a
That was
snare.
close to tower range, right?
Absolutely.
That
That
was-
right there. I thought that
That would have
was
been tower range for me.
Yep.
I think if Gabe takes one more step forward, he's in tower range. I think he played on the edge really, really nicely there. That's the only reason he did not die.
Playing very well. I don't like the Orianna just getting straight mana items and calling that good. I think we need a little bit more of AP coming out of this Orianna to kind of push this wave across. You have enough mana, you're fine. Utilize the AP to try and push this out, but you know, as they say, not my circus, not my monkeys. A little bit of invade with the Amumu.
Oh, and good. He gets top there. He's got ulti. He's playing around the turret aggro really well there. Sometimes you just gotta throw that early Ahri ult out just to be able to create some space, feel some pressure. I do agree. I see both mid laners going Mana Crystal here. Who knows what their backs ended up, but they do have pink wards, so I'd have to imagine that if at some point they would have been able to afford that amp tome at 400 gold instead of the 350 Mana Crystal and gotten a lot more out of it.
I do like it because you have to, you know, the Ahri ult to create a little bit of pressure here is beautiful in my opinion. It's a short cooldown. It's going to come back up. Bert trying to really receive this wave and get as much farm as possible. It's going to slow push back out. We're not seeing the CS difference that I thought we would be in the top side of the map.
Nope, looks like
With
Bert
the
froze that
range.
wave nicely.
That's going to
And now
slow
there's just
push
too many
out.
waves.
Too many minions. That's a 2.5 minion wave that's going to be coming in.
Casters for days.
Cannon.
Fat wave
Mistake,
mid too.
for sure.
We do see everyone pretty comfortable just playing a bit more conservative. They're a very aggressive first 5 minutes. I think MDE definitely has to respect that early pressure than the lead they had. They don't want to be fighting mid game from behind, so they're trying to catch back up. And the orange pop, just a lot of damage there.
And that's one thing we have to remember is that this Akshan is going to be a lot less tanky to deal with. So as the game progresses on, that's going to be a lot more.
He's committing to the fight. He ignites, flashes down. He's got the ulti. Will this pop him? Is he gonna get canceled in time? Not quite.
Oh my goodness!
Clean
gracious.
fight. We got a huge fight starting the bot lane
Great
here.
black shield from
Incredible black
Minion
shield. Does he
Juice.
have another Q locked down? Uh-oh. I think Zach and Ori win this fight, though. They got to know they're missing. Ari's late. Ari
Good
has
flash
ulti.
from Mike Will, and oh my gosh, this
Both
is
junglers at
unbelievable.
5. Good run by
Hold
everybody
it.
there. I think Jack can jump in and ult. He could have popped Mexicano. I don't think we see a pass on Mexicano quite yet, but I do want to see if Lakers going to take the dragon here, take vision back.
And I think that's going to be pretty standard across all the games against MDE. Is just a lot of pressure on the bot side of the map, with Monty being such a big threat that he's known to be for the last 4 or 5 tournaments.
Absolutely. I do think they're getting very low here. Unfortunate that we've not committed to any pressure here. I do think while Gabe has full HP, his front line is both at half HP or less. Morgana trying to go for the steal, does not get it. I like the pressure.
Hey,
Make him sweat a
Good
bit.
try. Good try. You never know. Never know. Now once the top side here, I think once we finish Kraken Slayer, on this Akshan, we're gonna be doing really well. I don't like how Bert went Chain Vest first. I think you gotta go steel plated caps just to try and I don't know help
I think
with
it's
the
worth
auto
it.
text.
You can keep those without being a bad purchase, especially with the Caitlyn autos. And even Ari, if she ends up going Lich Bane, also pumping out damage with their auto attacks. Huge snare from Gabe there.
Taking out a quarter of a
Monty
man's
is
health
gaming.
on his way back.
On his way back. And we see how that top lane farm climbing over 2 waves right now. Both junglers on a really similar tempo. And then we see that mid lane pretty even. Slight gold advantage to the Orianna for that kill.
We see bot lane as well. You know, we see the Caitlyn keeping up in farm with this Zaya. For no one really having the farm game they don't think they want, but we've had a lot of fighting with things. We need just a little bit more AP for this Ari to clear the back way than 1-2, but that's not the end of the world.
Absolutely. I think you can absolutely just go ahead and toss those W's, make sure you get the bounce. I mean, it's very tough to invade Zach. It's unfortunate that with that mid-wave pressure, it's not a whole lot they can do with it. Top wave shoved in. Zach's very safe right now with his bombies. Does look like Bird's having to work for all of his farm up top. That CS lead continuing to climb. Looks like Subsonic's just opting to push under their tower. He knows he can't get ganked at this moment. Taking some grubs.
I've been utilizing that pressure top side to further the bleed that MDE.
I see Akshan creeping. Oh, you gotta respect that the jungler can be there, but very good to get out of there. I think you want to bait to get them back in, but I think they know.
Yeah,
That
it was
is a
unfortunate.
Huge spin.
That Orianna shockwave pulled the Ari out of the range that Zach was trying to go for. So
Oof. Excellent cutting from Mike will win right there. And looks like we could get a pick here.
and he's just gone.
Or an opportunity just to get out of there. Down only 20 CS. Maybe some plates can make up that difference if we get a roam out of Akshan again. We're seeing very good poke here. Just the pressure going to use all this. Maybe just gotta chuck him. It's a really slow projectile, so it's very dodgeable at max range.
Well, we see that Mike Welwyn, while utilizing his net very effectively, it uses a crap ton of mana. I think it's 85 or 90 mana per usage, which is really draining his pool.
Absolutely. That's one thing I want to touch on mid as well, is that while Ari's having a really good job poking, Orianna only has a shield, whereas Ari's passive is giving her very, very fast healing. She's using her abilities on the minion wave especially, or if she hits its charm, she gets a lot of health back in that trade. I'd love to see Caitlyn utilizing some rush a little bit more here too as well. I think he needs some guaranteed headshots. And Zach's ganking, I don't think they know about Zach jumping in, not close up to the queue, but that's alright.
Good intuition to show that they wanted to back off there. Good angle from Mets, obviously, but I want to shout out Guy Confetti, first person to 100 CS in this game. Right behind him was the option. So they have 6 grubbies topside, which is just going to be not fun to play against as it's Ornn. You get that extra 2 damage on your tower, you get that extra little 2 grubs too to help with the push. It's Guaranteed Winners is really pulling this out and doing a great job with the 2.
Absolutely. You know, we said in the pre-game, they're going to need to pull ahead if they really want to be able to sustain and not just get stumped after the time goes up, and they're doing a nice job holding a slight gold lead. Plates up for another minute or so left. Maybe a little bit more gold top. Maybe mid lane can sneak a plate, hard to say.
This is what I was talking about, though, with the instant wave clear back on the orange side. You get up to the level 9, 10 area, and you have your Q in higher levels, and your Flame Breath at a higher level. You can just instant clear the waves back at Akshan, and it does not matter. Malignant is finished for the Ahri in the mid lane, so I would like to see a roam somewhere utilize that early power spike, because the game goes on, Ahri's impact becomes less and less. Dragon coming up. Let's see if Guaranteed Winners can go and get this one as well. Go and get this one as well.
I do think if Ahri chooses the right builds, she absolutely has about 3 targets she can pop pretty reliably. So I think we'll see her be able to utilize that through most of the game. And we're seeing a big gank here on... Ooh, excellent ult from the Orianna there. Trying to get dove in, it's just not going to work. They should guarantee themselves some Dragon here. I think they should just group them Death Ball this bot lane. Should have earned themselves this. Orange showing up very late. It's a tanky team, but Guaranteed Winners is in a much better spot. I think they need to commit. The other team is very split up. Any target's a good target at this point.
Exactly, I agree with that. Orange pushing out the mid lane, which is smart in the grand scheme of things.
And now now Guaranteed Winners is going to get a better setup here, actually. They have all waves shoving. And I like the commitment to the Xayah all alone. Pulls the ulti. Oh. And now they're chunked. MDE is looking to fight, but Guaranteed Winners is looking like they might have been staying a little bit too long.
Oh, the Amumu just is in the bounce house. Gets his Curse of the Sad Mummy out.
Akshan putting in fat damage, hitting all the carries. Akshan's actually going to absolutely carry this fight. It is just a huge win for Guaranteed Winners. very well executed. 3 for 1.
That Akshan ult hitting the Xayah was pretty crazy because Xayah was trying to run to get cover from that, with her shield, her being shielded by her teammates, but threaded the needle and
threaded the needle with that Caitlyn ulti, which is crazy. Xayah was down low, and really great fight from the side of Guaranteed Winners.
Very well executed. They stayed really tight in that death ball. I think they waited for a good opportunity. I did think they could have engaged, but that worked out very nicely for them. And now we got Michael Wynn caught a little bit. He's got his flash. Now an E. Excellent.
Great flag shield.
That was a great flag shield. Dying for it, but I think that's a great support play.
As a support main myself for the past, I don't know, 5 days, I think that was the correct play to do.
Absolutely. I do think, Zach leaving, I think Caitlyn's safe, but I think if he stayed, that's a death.
I think Jet roams down here too. It's a free pick on this Nami if his eyes are open, but we'll have to see.
Does not look like he wants that farm mid. I do agree with that ulti up and TP up very shortly. I think he could have committed and not lost tower. But I understand playing conservative with this team. It's a team that can catch you out and really put you in the dirt quick.
It's a very scary team all the way across. What I'm looking forward to, we got the double Sunfire now on the side of MDE, so they're doing well, but everyone is just so far ahead on the side of the Guaranteed Winners. Don is up 1,800 to 2,000 gold, and he's just going to sit here and destroy him. I do believe that we are going to see some really fun stuff going on here. With the fact that Domino is just getting an absolute kingdom of wards around here, we see Ari sitting there not really being able to go anywhere at this point in time, but also not showing to allow her to, they don't know where she is. They're doing the Rift Herald here on the side of Guaranteed Winners with that topside lead. MDE is rotating up to destroy this mid wave after they got the mid bot tower. Oriana is rotating down. Pretty standard stuff going on here. Sonic invisible but not showing on the mid layer. Hanging out the damage from MDE. Gonna come down. Good dodge on the finding. Mike Wilwin. They don't have a tower. Looks like Jin and Juice may be out here, but they do send a TP in of Jet, so they're just backing off at this point in time. Good heads up play, way to not see just blood in your eyes. You have everyone here, including a Mumu.
And we're committing to the auction resetting there.
I like it. Try to make things happen across the map. It's very good that MDE they saw the pressure and they're absorbing it, because all they MDE needs is time. The more time they have, is the more scaling they're going to have, the tankier their front line is going to be, and they're going to have to keep relying on picks. Bunch of damage out for that, but we do see the Ari being able to instant clear the wards. Trigo's turn backing up. The fork is complete for the auction on the top side, so that is a rough lane for the Ornn. And the later in the game goes, the later everyone gets their ornaments. So we get empowered Kraken Slayer, we get empowered Seraph's Embrace, we get everything kind of empowered up, and the tanks get tankier and the damage people do a little bit more damage.
Absolutely.
I think Ornn's a beautiful pick into this team. We just need this MDE team if they want to have a chance to get to, I would say 30 minutes, if not a little bit more. Gosh, that damage is so obnoxious.
So much damage. Bork, double auto attack.
With the Kraken Slayer going off on that double auto attack, even though the second one's less empowered, it's just so oppressive at the top side right now.
Oh my gosh. Just making him work for his CS is what you really want to be able to do in the top lane, especially. He's behind the tower, so that's not going to quite do it.
Let's look at his damage on the tower itself. I think that's all this Auctioner wants to be doing, is getting damage on the tower. I know Bert is only down about 10 CS, which is pretty huge. He is down about 2,000 gold when it comes to plates, kills, and all that good stuff. So it's hard. It's just tough up in this top lane.
It's gonna be very important for that Akshan to hold on to his bounty. Guaranteed winners, setting up for this dragon potentially.
And this is what guaranteed winners want. They want Akshan staying in another way, staying up topside, keeping the Ornn there, because yes, a lot of the gold from the guaranteed winners is on the Akshan, but if you keep one of their big teamfight presences in Ornn up there, it really, really limits, and it makes the job for a Mumu a heck of a lot easier.
Absolutely.
Moon Destroyer is starting up the dragon, but seems to be backing off because they don't have as much vision as they would like. You have TP for the Ornn up top side, so it's a good look. We're going to want to push that wave out, try to get money in this Ornn's pocket.
And I think one team's got to commit to sweeping some wards. Both teams have some vision on the dragon, on that middle river bush. No sweeper put down quite yet.
Setting down a Rift Herald mid to have a distraction and start the dragon.
Absolutely. That Orianna's caught in a tricky spot. Could be a sick flank or a pick.
I like this call from them, not go for it. Take care of the Rift Herald, make sure it doesn't get 2 charges off, and then throw waves out. All they need to do is just buy time. It's only the second dragon for them. They don't have to worry about soul anytime soon. They're just sitting here buying precious moments. They get a tower up top side, more gold in the pocket of this Ornn. The clock is ticking for the side of guaranteed winners. They did a lot of explosive stuff early game, which was beautiful to see, utilizing their comp and what they want to do, but the clock is ticking and ticking and ticking away.
Absolutely. I think we've seen some games and some scrims end up like this, where one team will probably win if they make it to the late game in the current state, and I think it's tough because people are applying pressure so well, so that if you really want to commit to a 5-man to take down a side lane or commit to a fight mid with not everyone there, another team, you're going to lose some stuff, take some leads, you're going to make some trades and try to trade up.
I agree with that 100%.
It might take losing 2 towers bot lane to get a full 4-man kill and 2 towers mid lane to open up the map for your team. I think you have to make some big plays.
And we
I'd like
see
to
a
see
very
them holding aggressively.
we see a very conservative warding line, which is in line of what you were saying. Right across the river, right down the middle, 50-50. The bot side is pretty dark, so the Dragon Fetty's backing off and ensuring that he's not getting picked or anything like that. Akshan's staying back. Doesn't have very much vision in the topside jungle. Just all around being well played by everybody. But like we've been saying, tick, 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 tick. The timer is going.
Absolutely. That Xayah just keeps getting more and more farm, and she's just going to keep vacuuming CS and gold all over the map.
And let's not discredit the Orianna here either. Orianna's right up there with Xayah, almost probably 8.5 CS a minute, which is a lot of gold going out. If we keep it up like this, I don't think the gold disparity in the top side is going to matter as much if we have a Xayah and a Orianna that are just so potent.
Absolutely. Akshan with the most gold in the game still, but they are slowly catching up. That Xayah, that gap is closing by the minute.
They're only up
Still
1,000
significant
gold,
jump.
which at this point in game is not very much. And as we go on later and later into these games, the gold disparity of being 1,000 right now does not really matter as much. You know, you need to see a 10,000. At this point, I'd expect to see the guaranteed winners to be up 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 gold to really show like they have item advantage and they have all this stuff. Akshan's bounty is still coming up and up and up.
Top lane is rolling down. Akshan in a much better position. Ornn committing to that top farm. Akshan get a pick here. You can play really aggressively on the tower. They actually do not want to be engaged. Akshan behind. On that huge Xayah ulti, positions around it. Both players flashing. The Akshan's now in a tricky spot. Excellent dodge. And if they can just sway without dying here, that Akshan might be giving up the... Ooh,
shut down on the Orianna. That is... They do get the kill back on Mexicano on Zac, but the shutdown going to the Orianna is massive.
You can feel the pressure that Akshan will be making plays in a really tight situation here. Time is ticking. I like the idea. Very well executed and a great teleport by Ornn right there. You gotta commit to that teleport right away, otherwise you're gonna be too late.
That was a great heads-up play, great calling out. I'm assuming there was
A lot of talk, TP, go ahead, come on, we need you. But that gold going over to someone impactful like Oriana is just beautiful for this side of MDE.
Absolutely. Still anyone's game. A lot of game left and very low kills, but could not be
great.
right there. What a sick play there.
Great pick by the side of MDE, getting the Xayah a little bit more gold. She's now 313 with 214 farm. She does have the upgraded Kraken Slayer, so it does significant more amount of damage.
More damage. I don't think this is a kill here, but I like the idea of trying to get more pressure in other lanes.
I don't think too thick.
I don't think Oriana's spent.
Oriana probably has, yeah.
Sitting on 1,000 gold, 1,200. Probably pick up something big here. We got the shutdown the Xayah. Very important target in these future fights.
The Infinity Edge picked up for Caitlyn, so once we get to the third item of a rapid fire cannon, it's going to go potent.
Absolutely.
John just sitting here still matching the Orin, still up in CS. It's a very scary matchup for Orin, but it's getting a little bit... You have a lot more breathing room as the Orin in this point in the game. You have a bigger health pool, you have more armor. Battles aren't doing as much. Granted, they still will. Engage from Etikano, kind of going out in the middle of nowhere with absolutely no one to follow him. Great bubble by
Nami bubble, creating tons of space, but Caitlyn tightening back very well. A little bit split around this gap here in the middle lane. Subsonic looking for the wraparound, baits out the Ornal.
They all go onto the Subsonic. Oh my gosh, they stop him.
Great turn.
Gone.
But huge Amumu ult. Caitlyn in a great spot, putting a lot of kite damage. Ari a little deep here, but putting out tons of damage. This is a very clean-up-able fight for the Caitlyn. Caitlyn's still alive.
Oh my Lanta,
play though,
MDE Monty.
Xayah, too much gold on him. It doesn't matter.
I don't know if you saw the way he was positioning. He had probably 15 to 16 feathers out there and pulled through and did almost all of the Amumu's health towards the end. He was coming from around from the flank and played that very well. All in all, good job by the Xayah. Absolutely. We even see his own teammate acknowledging it, the Zach ping Xayah alive, which means hype. So I just, like we said, these team fights last too long because we have too much beef in front of the Xayah and too much beef in front of the Oriana. It's scary.
Caitlyn was autoing that Orin for about 30 seconds there and did not do much. There's just too much armor from Orin at this point in time.
Absolutely. He had no other targets either.
Yeah,
it was good positioning.
Yeah, I think the Caitlyn was positioned exactly where she needed to be, but that Orin is just too tanky.
It's so thick.
I do think we could see a lot of utility out of great kite back baits out the bubble, and if they're turning on it. 2 ults does not matter.
He's trying to make something happen here, trying to force something to go. He does have the Gwynsu's Rage Blade, so he's very scary, but we utilize the Oriana ulti, which is on a very short cooldown at this point in the game. He does some pressure. Jet does have ulti to go in there and try to make something happen, but this is the charm.
To hit. And huge root. We got
great ulti.
Double ult coming
goodness.
in. Everyone's
There's
jumping
so
on
much
it.
going
Huge
on.
shutdown to the 80 carry. Very well executed. I think they want to kite back at this point. They got a lot of damage still out there with that Oriana.
Yeah, the Oriana is just doing so much. And
That's a huge
expended a lot to get that Xayah. Wow, great play from the side of GW.
I don't know when exactly happened, but we've seen the gold lead flip over to MDE. Guaranteed winners falling behind. Both teams on 2 dragons.
It was on that dragon fight there. Wow, great job by Bert. I think you just face tank this guy and you almost kill him.
I think so.
But
Michael wins against gold, farming out.
Great pick from the Morgana there. The binding is what started all that off. Followed by Demito and all that good stuff. To just pile on top of that Xayah and let her die when she's a little bit far ahead.
We're going to see this Ari keep cooking. Sitting in 115, keep him in CS, which is a really good thing to see. Lots of gold, about 1,000 more gold on. I thought it was 2,000. Oh my goodness.
That's 2,000 gold ahead for the
Oriana is so much gold. Oriana's playing it clinically. Very easy champ to take in a late game, very safe, and just incredible pressure in the team fights.
And that gold should allow this Oriana to almost. They're going on Baron. W is starting on Baron. No vision from the side of MDE.
I think they're teamed up.
TPing in. We need to see an engagement.
Xayah's ahead. Oh, 5k. If I'm MDE, I'm re-engaging on the Baron. That's low, but now let's see what's going to happen. Subsonic, the only one still out there. Neither team wants to commit here. Lots can be lost.
Oh, you can see the tensions are extremely high on what's going on. Good looks from the side of GW trying to get something going on. Zaya pushing up here a little bit to clear this wave. There is 3 people coming towards her way with Akshan being invisible. Looks like trouble for Bo Gumphrey, but he's out.
Very intrigued to see where this alternator on the Ari is going to go to. It's an excellent item at 1100 gold. Passive does a ton of extra damage really frequently on how often she wants to trade. Lots of good items I can go into.
I'm excited. I hope it's towards a what the heck is it? Shadow Flame. Shadow Flame will do a lot because her kit does a lot of little bits of damage. So each one of those little bits of damage doing 35% more for free seems to be very, very good.
Absolutely. You'll also see quite a lot in the Asian teams. A lot of people like that Horizon focus. A little bit cheaper. A lot of damage there too. So it's going to depend on how much gold's coming in. You got a lot of, I think it's a good item to build right now. He's building a lot of different things.
But we see Monty, he's at that 3-item spike. The Caitlyn's following pretty closely behind, just finished her rapid fire cannon. So we will have the wow factor of getting a headshot Caitlyn with a 60% chance to crit and from the rapid fire cannon range, and that's going to sting a little bit. But the good part about Zaya in this scenario is she can throw back waves and also throw back a little bit of, you know, herself into a fight and get out with a.
She's also got the updated Kraken Slayer from the Orin as well. She's the first that got updated on her team.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great thing for her to have. Yeah. I would like to see the Orianna item next. To be honest, because Orianna has such agency over this game.
Which one? Which item gets it? Is it?
Pretty sure it's the Seraphs.
Seraphs? Okay. I don't even know if Crypt Bloom can get it, but it would be the Seraphs then.
And guaranteed winners caught out here.
Good engage. Oh my goodness gracious.
But hard to re-engage there.
He's still stunned. Oh my gosh, he was stunned for incredibly long.
Incredible CC. Very well executed by the entire team from Guaranteed Winners. Bit of a stalemate on this dragon.
But they did get the jungle. It was not jungle for jungle, it was jungle for top. I would go for this because you have the slight advantage.
You do not have Ori ult quite yet. Excellent damage there. Oh, I don't know if I agree with jumping in there though. Diving in, and now it's a 3v2. Oh, Caitlyn wants to jump in. A little tough. Very tough spot for that Caitlyn to be.
Good trigger discipline. Well. Subsonic is on the bot side sneaking, looking for scoundrels.
I think they know. Be a big pick here. Could cut down those reset timers.
We see the gold lead about even now.
Matt's doing gold. This. I see. Oh, he's gonna see it. If I'm Subsonic, I'm committing there. He's green out for the pink. I think he's got to go. Dragon's on him. He's alone. He doesn't have that information yet. He's waiting for his team to guarantee the pick here. I like the look. Maybe he's gonna play it slow and just go for the dragon.
Well, we do see MDE seeing this, and they have everyone coming back down. Zaya's on her way. She has not spent the gold.
They get it. Can they get out safely? I think we just saw the Orianna ult. We did. Subsonic getting away. No auto attacks. So that Q's gonna go nowhere. And they get out. I like that. Incredible trigger discipline. Found their little moment and took the dragon. They're gonna need to keep these small wins up. Gold lead getting even tighter. As we said though, I do think this Moon Destroyer enthusiast team scales significantly better.
Yeah, they're gonna have to keep doing cheekier and cheekier little plays. Just for the simple fact that they have a more traditional front-to-back team fight on the side of MDE, but they keep finding little ways and little avenues to go through. And this Caitlyn's gonna start hurting pretty significantly. She's at 3 items. The further it goes, the more she's going to be doing. Obviously, it's not the same caliber of the Zaya at this point in time. But, you know, once everyone gets to 6 items, Caitlyn's going to be extremely scared of the front line of MDE. We do have the LDR finish for Zaya. That is terrifying for this Amumu. I don't think he has enough tankiness to be dealing with that. And just look at the damage disparity. More damage done to
Akshan with Thornmail than there is to the Torn at this point in time. If you look at the gold disparity, mid lane's down about 2k for the side of GW. A little bit of poke trading back from Sonic, just trying to get his passive off, that 3-hit passive, the classic League of Legends to do percent max health. Matt's clearing out, just trying to get his money up a little bit. Tomato looking for a pick here. We do have the ultimate back for Xayah to be able to kind of get out of a sticky situation. No sums on the Xayah, which is scary, but we do have everything up for Bogumfrey to kind of try to like get down Mr. President.
I do want to see them try to make a play on Xayah here, make her sweat a little bit. If she doesn't have ulti, she's basically unsafe in the next team fight. But lots of ults open across the board. Does look like Guaranteed Winners has the summoner advantage. They might get a huge pick here. Follow to be very big. Oh, just misses barely.
Oh
no
my goodness,
pop.
the turn from Black and Betty is incredible. The Crypto Boom coming up and giving him the health back. Gets slowed.
Oh, he... Nowhere
Wow,
target.
there's just so much going on. Gives the Monty.
Stuck deep, and I think this is a Baron Gambit for MDE, and this could be a lot of towers and instant his falling. Unlucky fight there. You gotta pop that guy, and you have to recognize that Guy Confetti actually opted for safer build, getting the Banshee's Veil third, and that actually saved his life in that fight.
And the Seraph's Embrace with the Banshee's Veil is just incredible. The binding missed by the Morgana to limit some bursts as well as some other things from the side of BW. So I think we're just having what we want to see here. We have Friggle Snark kind of soaking up waves and making sure this auction doesn't get anything for free. But extremely well played by the side of MDE on that fight.
Absolutely. Very impressed with the Orion gameplay, playing very well, and has the death cap on deck. He didn't even need to build a whole lot of damage with that fourth item. He's going to bring him through the roof. All the new mage items just bring so much AP to the table now.
So his burst is going to be insane. This Caitlyn's going to have to watch out. This tower having 6 health. Wow. I would just walk up there and fart on it to get it down, but that's just me.
That's just you.
You and you have to be close for that.
No, not with my diet. But we do also see Bogumfrey with 105 vision score compared to the 58 on the side of Gin and Juice. Like, that just shows you how much control they've had over this entire map on the bot side.
Subsonic being a little bit blind here, potentially getting caught out. Orion speed up, looks like he's gonna get ulted. Double ulti. That's all you gotta do. That's their whole team right there. Honestly, I think if I'm Ari, maybe even stay top to push it. But they are burning a lot of Baron without losing very much on the map. And dying here, pretty tricky spots to be getting some deaths.
We gotta
back.
What I'd like to see is even the Nami going back to the wave with the Baron empowered and get it moving faster towards it because we have this tempo.
Absolutely. See Orange spreading out the bottom. I anticipate him to take that tower, no problem. Caitlyn walking down, but potentially dying here. There's 3-4 players on MDE walking down and just one single
You can't
Caitlyn.
be there, Mike Woolen. You cannot be there. It's scary.
Feeling it.
90 caliber nets out. Other tower going to the side of MDE. Now we see this goal lead start expanding. 6,000 for the side of MDE. Really big Baron power play going in for them. They've got a double empowered cannon minion wave here. They don't really have any way to clear it without being very, very scared. Monty going up and just utilizing Xayah W to do it. Wow. Zach is taking
this is a 4v4 right now. This is a playable fight, I think. There's
Good
the
for their storm.
there's
Oh my
two ultis.
goodness.
Let's see if
Man,
defense is going to opt to
shockwave.
engage, but still huge damage, incredible kiting. Oh, and Jet committing to it. A little too low HP to finish these fights, though. I think you got to save that flash for that team fight.
The Message is still doing the dragon. They're
Absolutely.
They're doing a whole bunch on a lot of fronts here. They
Not
did catch out.
the Orin, though.
They did catch out the orange, but he is thick. He does flash out. Oh,
Great
good dodge
for
there.
the big boy.
Gets a little bit of honey fruit to help him along his way.
And now We have not revisited this for a little while, but I think it was 2 or 3 team fights ago. Gold lead's about the same, and now there's about a 6k gold lead, 6.5k gold lead for MDE. And this late game's gonna be tough to navigate.
How does guaranteed winners even stay in this game? Do they have to get soul? Or
Gold
I don't even
Guaranteed
know how to
winners.
approach it.
Guaranteed winners has to get a not only soul, but I think they have to get elder and utilize their pick potential.
Yes, they need to be getting picks on the priority targets. If they don't have an Orion ult, their team fight's a little bit harder, but I think especially the bot lane, the only 2 squishy players on that team are basically the only 2 players you're gonna be able to pick. So you gotta send 3, 4, 5 players onto those 2.
And we
You're
do see a
watching them
death
out,
cap
they're always
coming out
together.
for Oriana, and it's just so much damage coming out from Oriana at this point in time. We see a 5-item 100% crit from Monty. We do see the Caitlyn almost coming up on her 5th item here. Like, there's a lot of damage being done close.
Absolutely. Caitlyn farming very well. Akshan farming very well. The mid laners both staying together. Great show. Everyone's very focused. Everyone's locked in. 41 minute game. And I will say, this one's still anybody's game. But this is game 1 for MDE. And they're starting for the 41-minute game.
41-minute slog fest for the 3-game series here. Now, the only part I do not like about this team comp is John, although Sonic had the
He was
ignite
5-0, I
topside to help get
believe.
him a kill. He was 5-0, and he did have that ignite topside to help get him a kill, but he can't pressure his side lane without showing up there, not having the TP pressure as well.
Absolutely. And even if they try that bot lane or an Oriana, we're potentially a pick if you got a 4v2 down there, but their vision is so good in the bot side jungle that they'll have a heads up for them to try to flank on them. You'll see the Zac just sticking like glue with bot lane.
They're shoving waves, and I'd like to see them start rotating up towards that Baron angle. Good damage out. Just throwing waves in. I would like to see that they start rotating up. What is that confetti doing? He's getting charmed out. He's getting damage done to him. He's able to get out. Orin's gonna be able to take everything. Crystal's been coming down, but good. Oh my goodness! Trying to go forward and get the damage down. Not able to do it.
Oh, and this could be the fight they've been looking for. But
That's one kill, that's
Xayah
2 kills.
is playing too well. I think I like the idea of backing off from guaranteed winners perspective. I think MDE could maybe push for some more, but they want to get those waves pushed up.
I think they want to get the waves pushed up and go straight for Baron at this point.
Yeah, up in 5 on that.
Thanks, Kamish. You're the best.
Hey man, thanks.
Did gold math's hard. Gold lead
6,000 to the sides of MDE.
figure on the
Yeah, they can easily shred it. Xayah is 5 items. I don't know why they just wouldn't go for it. Even if Metz is not there for the guaranteed smite clip.
yeah.
I don't see why they
think
wouldn't
those
go for
3. I think you just start it, but you don't want to get stolen. I think Baron's a very easy way to throw the game at this point. Lets the other team turtle extremely well and farm up. We are seeing them get a lot of gold. They're not squandering this opportunity to get gold, which is really important.
I do like the idea that they didn't take that inhib to give over some free extra gold and work to be able to end the game.
Absolutely. They don't need Baron to win. They want to play on these dragons. They're going to be able to push up anyways. They have complete vision control on the bottom on that red side, on that blue side red. Not
Yeah,
a
what do you-
single
Oh, go
blue
ahead.
side OT ward in that bottom one.
What do you think
is
of
dark.
the Keiko and Bloodthirster instead of like an armor pen item here?
I think that's actually a good item buy because there's going to be so much random damage coming at her with the Oriana and the Xayah that just being able to try and heal up off of something during a team fight, keep her alive for longevity is good.
Yeah.
Engage from the next zip
Engage
code for
from Zac. You
Mexicano.
gotta have those. Oh, and is that on the 80 carry?
Yeah, that is on Xayah.
What the? Oh my
Crypto
god.
Bloom
the
comes through.
shockwave.
Mexicano is doing too much in that backside. Mexicano's getting low, but it does have passive at this point in time. We still have Xayah going through. Might have to go up to this dragon to get it free, but they seem to have all the answers here on the team of MDE, and all this health coming back for Xayah. They're pretty much going to be full health and not the dragon tag. That is soul for the side. That makes the job of guaranteed winners extremely difficult. That shield, because you see how close the margins were on that pick potential there. Now they have a little bit of shield. Subsonic's up there kind of playing, being a little gnat in their ears. He's going to go push his top wave out.
Morgana does not want to be there, but she'll be able to get out with the blast cone. I actually like the decision not to go over. It jukes out the Zac. And just, you can't run away from the Xayah. I like the burning some time.
Then she goes straight to the start on the Baron.
This next fight's going to be everything. Guaranteed winners needs to play something cheeky, otherwise they're going to have a tough time holding this mid bot wave from just hitting their Nexus towers. 45-minute game.
This is the longest game of the day so far.
And here's Charm. He's got ult over the wall. Very well done. Burns 2 ults there. This is playable. I do think this is playable. Orianna's bot lane. Hopefully they recognize that. This is
He
potentially
does have TP as well too.
absolutely a good shout there.
Already burned her TP.
And
the Ori TP coming in.
they gotta
Lots of
finish this
disruption
fight
coming from the Zac.
soon.
Zac has ultimate.
Ori
Ultimate coming out from
pops the
ultimate.
ult. Oh my god. Huge shockwave. Person's had fun.
Sonic's trying to do-
Off, but I think this might be curtains for guaranteed winners.
Yes, I believe so.
Extremely well played by both teams, but that team with a time bomb later, so they're not able to buy themselves enough time in that mid game to get ahead.
Hopefully well played by both teams. They played the mid game early from the side of MDE to limit losses. Shouts out to Burt a hard top side lane. But like we were saying at the very beginning, tick, tick, tick.
It's a tough game.
It is a very tough game.
Incredible performances out of MDE. They'll be scary. Definitely a team to be reckoned with in their next 2 games.
Upper 30k damage on the Ori and the Xayah. That's pretty hard to deal with.
I thought they both played excellent. It's going to be tough to pick a MVP there, but I thought they were both playing very, very well. I think we might see that Orianna might catch some bans in the next game because that looks scary, but Luke's got some other picks up his sleeve, that's for sure.